Hi, my name is Tarek Ali. Welcome back to my channel, to all my Tavies and everybody. How are you? How's your day going? Are you being positive? Are you being happy? Okay, I think you already know. You read the title and everything, but I think you already know this is going to be kind of a hard video for me because I'm not so you know how I usually am. But this is a video that I wanted to do because I want to really promote forgiveness. This is something we were talking about on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. If you follow me at It's Tarek Ali, that's not a plug, but it's a plug. I was talking about it on my Instagram and on my Twitter, just about forgiveness and about moving on and, accepting things for what they are and then just forgiving things not for the other person, but really for you. And so that you can move on and so that you can feel better with yourself. And because when you hold on to past feelings and with past hurt and past emotions that you really never got through and you just put it under the rug, they will always be there. They will always be in a little capsule inside of your heart. And I feel like the only way you can really move on is if you tackle it head on, and forgive those people. And I'm not saying you have to be besties with those people or anything, but long story short, I want to do that today, and I want to do it on camera. Because I think in order for a lot of people to be able to do this, is more than just hearing somebody say, forgive and, how to do that. Some people have to have a testimony. And so instead of inspiring, I want to help transform a lot of people. And transformation is a completely different process than inspiring. And so I wanted to be vulnerable. I do this a lot on my channel, is being vulnerable on camera so that I can help millions of people. And a lot of people find it cringy, why did you come out to your dad on camera and this should have been private. It can be private for a lot of people, and I would really like it to be private for a lot of you. But the thing is, I feel like God put me on this earth for this reason, is to touch a lot of hearts and to help a lot of people with my story. My story is very traumatizing and very, very dark. And a lot of people wonder how I'm here today. And I feel like God gave me this story and then also made me this way and very positive and happy so that I could share it with other people. So I can help other people get through what they're going through my losses and my gains. So that's why I really do like to broadcast my life on YouTube and things like that. I have a friend here. Logan. Say hey, Logan.
Hey, y'all.
I have a friend here because I really didn't know how this would go. It may be a lot of tears. It may not. Long story short, I want to give a little background before I actually call her. But from being a toddler, before I could even remember, before memories started happening when I was 2 or 3, my dad got married to a woman other than my mom, who was my stepmom. So I was 2, 1, 3, I don't know how old I was, I just know they got married. And ever since then, she was my mom. I called her Ma. She was my mom. And my biological mom was going through a lot. I lived with my dad and my stepmom. My mom, she would just go house to house. She wasn't that stable. And so mainly my stepmom was my mom. Honestly, she was more of my mom than my actual biological mom. And not saying any more blood or anything, but I'm just saying she held more of those responsibilities. At the end of 6th grade, it was a lot of kids in our home, okay? I grew up in a house of 11, okay? So it was 5 boys and 6 girls, I believe. It was a lot of us with my stepmom's kids and my dad's kids mixed together. It was a lot of us in the house. And the day she left us, my older sister, my biological older sister, she was a senior. She was graduating. And then my stepsister, she was graduating together with my sister. After graduation, she left us the next day. So we all lived in the same house, but this was Father's Day. Graduation for high school is usually around Father's Day or whatever. So this Father's Day, my dad, he has other kids outside of the people that lived in the house. So my other 2 half-sisters came over, and we all had a sleepover at the house. It was really great for Father's Day. But the weird thing is, all of my stepbrothers and sisters, which I didn't even call my stepbrothers and sisters at the time, they were my brothers and sisters. We lived together my entire life. They were my brothers and sisters. For some reason, they were all gone. It was only the biological kids of my dad in the house. And we didn't think anything of it. We just thought, it was just a regular day. This is my family. We didn't look at them as step. I really want to get that across. So it was we just thought, whatever. Everybody, they're just not here. So we all went to sleep, and then the next morning we wake up to, you know, like loud bangs on the door, and it was the police. It was 2 or 3 policemen, and it was my stepmom with some shades on, and I'm confused, like, what's going on? You know, like, what's going on here? So she came in with the police, and my dad answered the door and was like, what's going on? And it was like, sir, I'm gonna need you to back up. We just came to escort her to come and get her things. And so my dad was going crazy, like, what is this? You know, yelling her name, like saying, what's going on? I'm in the living room. We just woke up. This woke us up. So we're just like, why she got shades on? What's going on? And so, you know, she went upstairs, and my dad's following her, but the police are keeping him at a distance because at this point, I mean, now that I'm older, I understand that they think that he was abusing her. So it was under the impression that that was her protection to make sure that she was safe enough to go home and get her stuff. So for us, the kids, like, we were just like, okay, what is going on? Like, this is our mom. She's upstairs getting her stuff. My dad is just yelling, like, talk to me. Like, my dad starts crying. Talk to me. Like, what is this? What's the problem? And the police was just like, sir, we need you to back up. We don't want you to hurt her. And he was like, hurt her? I've never laid a finger on her. Like, what are you talking about? I just remember this very, very, very clearly in my head. And long story short, that happened, and she came downstairs, and I'm confused. I'm 12 or 11 or whatever. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? She ignored me. And I'm just like, okay. So I started to cry a little bit because I started seeing what was happening. And so the rest of my siblings are like, Mom, like, what's going on? And she's not answering us. And so at some point she walked past us, and I remember it was like a drink beside me. I don't want to cry this early because I haven't even talked to her yet. But it was a drink beside me, and she hit the drink on accident with her purse or something, and it fell on me. And I just remember my siblings getting really mad and saying, you know, like, what the hell are you doing? And I was just like, Mom, like, I just started busting out crying, like, what is going on? And she wouldn't answer me. And long story short, that was the last time I ever saw her. And so, just 1 second, I'm good. That was the last time I ever saw her. And
oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Okay.
And, you know, that was the last time that, you know, that happened. And speeding up the story or whatever, I never talked to her again. I had never seen my step brothers and sisters again. I had like 5 of them that I grew up with, and I didn't see them again ever. And we had a home, and my dad lost his job because he was trying to handle the bills by himself, and it wasn't possible. And so she wouldn't sign off for us to sell the home. So the bank took the house. So my dad couldn't make any money off of the house, and so we were homeless just like that. And it was me and my siblings and my dad, and we were just homeless and living in a van. And you know, it was a lot, and we moved to a very different area, and everything just changed after then. Like, you know, it was just, we lost our house, he lost his job, we didn't have any money, I had to move with different people, me and my siblings had to split up, and that's when everything just went crazy. But, gotta bring this back together! I gotta bring this back together because I have to finish this video and I have to talk to her. But, you know, that's what happened. And I didn't get to speak. I know you're probably wondering, like, why didn't you speak to your stepbrothers or sisters or anything? It's because a lot of this is alleged, because a lot of this is just what I was told. But a lot of these things I know I saw with my own eyes. Like, I knew my dad could not sell the house, and I knew he wanted to get money for the house. It was a nice house. It was a lot of kids. Like, you know, it was a big house for all of us. And I remember sleeping in the car and everything, but I always wondered why my step siblings would not speak to me. I grew up with them. Just like that, I lost like 5 brothers or sisters. Not only that, but I lost my mom. And so, you know, it was a lot. And then all of this while also being overweight and obese and going through that in school. And I was also trying to figure out my sexuality. I thought about suicide a lot. A lot. Like a lot. And so it was a hard time in my life, and that is why I'm so positive on my channel. Like, that is why I'm so like this. But anyway, say all this said, I just had to give background on why my mom left me. And the entire reason, honestly, while I'm doing this video is because I have a little sister. She's my half sister, and that's her mother. And my little sister is 5 years younger than me. I'm 21. So she's coming to this age where she's going to start doing prom. She's going to start doing a lot of senior trips. She's going to lead a lot of stuff. And I want to be present for all of that. And I want to make sure that for my sister, it's not awkward. I want to build... A lot of my family just don't have anything to say to her. Like, not a word. Like, pure hate. And me... I went through a period of anger, hate, and a lot of different emotions from every direction, from my biological parents, for everything that I went through, for just allowing things to happen. I was young. Like, why would you do this? For me being gay, I was mad at the world. People treated me differently because of that. I was just mad at the world. And the only way that I could truly move on was forgiveness, is accepting things for what they were. And I have a full ride to college right now. I'm doing great. I'm happy. I'm confident. I'm queer and proud of it. And I have my entire past to thank for that. And in God, I feel like really put me through everything I went through in my life to prepare me for this life He's about to give me, which is very fruitful and very rewarding. And so in order for me to accept that, I have to accept my past. And I have to be able to forgive. Okay? Not give them excuses or, you know, whatever. It's just to forgive and to move on. Forgive for yourself. So, I feel like that was enough background. Was that enough background? But I called my little sister because I didn't want to do this video without her permission. Because at the end of the day, my little sister is all I care about. I need to make sure she's fine. I asked her, here's a clip of me actually calling her and asking. I'm doing this series on my YouTube about forgiveness, and I'm not going to put your mom's name or anything in it or anything. But I didn't want to do anything without your permission because at the end of the day, your feelings are the only thing I really care about. And it's really totally up to you whether you're okay with that.
I'm 100% okay with it.
It's going to be hard for me to do because, like, all of us, it's pretty much something we just shut outside of our lives, you know? And kind of act like never happened. But the only way we can truly move on and build healthy relationships is the conversation really just has to be had, you know?
Hello?
Hey, it's Tariq.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Good, are you free to talk right now?
Yeah.
I wanted to just call and have a conversation about everything. I just know that she's coming up on her senior year, and you know I want to pick her up and things, and I'm at an age now where I can really be involved in her life, and I don't want it to be awkward for any of us, but especially her. Just about anything, you know, that you felt comfortable talking about or anything, just so it's not hostile or anything when we're around each other.
Okay. I mean, I don't really know that I have anything to contribute, you know, along those lines about whether it might be awkward or hostile. I mean, it hasn't been that, you know, I mean, it hasn't been awkward, hostile, you know, it's been amicable. So, I mean, I wouldn't introduce any of that into the situation because it just hasn't happened.
To be completely honest, I just want just a better understanding of everything. I mean, I don't know. I just think that would just be better for me, for me to personally move on from it. I'm already at a place of forgiveness. I just, yeah, I don't know, yeah.
Okay, I mean, is it something specific you want to ask me?
Um, uh, I I don't really think it's honestly my business to know why you left or anything. Um, I just, for personal reasons, I do feel like it's my business to know why you didn't have a conversation about it or even say goodbye or in the manner that you did it. Because you were more of a mother to me than my actual mom. So I don't, maybe you didn't look to me as your actual child, but it doesn't make sense to me how you could just leave your child like that, and in the way that you did.
Okay. Well, I mean, I will say this about that. I don't want to rehash everything that happened, but I'll say this about, why it happened, or, why you all got caught in crossfire. Um, it's what I would call grown folk situations, and you're right, it's really not anybody's business. You all just got caught up in it because you all were our kids and you just happened to be there. I mean, I can tell you from my perspective, I just feel like it was stirred up. She said this, he said that, and I don't want to do that. But I do think you deserve to know I didn't just leave. It didn't happen like that. I was forced out, and because of that, I had to make some decisions, like in that moment, to do what I needed to do to take care of myself. And I had to make a choice to really separate myself from your dad and anything related to him. And that included you all. It wasn't fair to you all. But at the time, that really was the best choice that I could make. Yeah, I mean, I know it's stuff that y'all, still don't understand now and might have questions about, and especially older. I know she wants to spend time with you all and, and have her relationships with you all. And like I said, I'm not blocking it, but I am very protective of how I allow her to do things.
I'm happy that we could have this conversation. I just think, it was just a healthy thing to do. The only way we can really move on is if we had a conversation and we started a process of forgiveness, because that's not something that happens overnight. So thank you for being open to having this conversation, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem, talking about any of it. Even though some stuff, I just won't go into detail about because I don't feel like it's necessary. But, I don't want you walking around in confusion. And if you have questions that you want to ask me, I don't have a problem having a conversation about it. I know you want your relationship with your sister. I don't have a problem supporting that at all.
Okay. Well, thank you again, and I hope you have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right. What do you have to say?
Well, she just said I was forced out. How was you forced out when
And see, that's the thing. See, that's the thing. She could have been forced out. Like my dad probably didn't tell me the truth. Like, or maybe he did. I'm not trying to get into that. You know what I mean? Because it'll be a never-ending story with divorces and things like that. It'll be a never-ending. That's not true. That's not true. He say, she say. I don't want to get into that. I honestly don't care. I just know y'all had kids that y'all raised, and nobody wants to talk about it, and nobody's doing what needs to be done for us to move on and have healthy relationships with other people. You know what I mean?
It needed to be handled better.
Because no wonder I have commitment issues. No wonder I've never had a boyfriend. And these are the things that we have to highlight in our lives and forgive so that we can move on, so that we can have healthy relationships and a healthy marriage. You know what I mean? You don't want to repeat that. Because that traumatized my life. Whether you believe it or not, like, somebody walking out of your life, not only your mom, but your siblings, like losing that many people at once that you love dearly, I mean, it probably will drive you not to trust more people or to commit to more people or to believe that someone's actually going to stay when they say they are. You know, so that is what this video is about. Realizing what your demons are and then taking them head on. I wasn't really calling for like anything. Like I wasn't calling for an explanation or anything. It just would have been nice to hear like, I'm sorry. You know? Just I'm sorry. Like not even I'm sorry for what I did, or maybe I'm sorry that happened to you. You know what I mean? It's just like when somebody passes away and, you know, even if you had nothing to do with it, you know, you just say, I'm sorry that you have to go through that. But there was no sense of remorse or like sorrow. Not even a pity, but just a sorry. You know, and that would have been nice. You know, I didn't call for expectations. You know, if you call for expectations, don't call. Because you will be let down, okay? You will. I will say that. Do not go in this process of forgiveness expecting things, okay? It's nice to know what you would like and what would make you feel better, but I don't want you guys to go into this route with expectations because you will be let down every single time. And that's why I'm okay with the phone call. It's because I didn't expect anything. I just wanted it to be cordial, and I wanted it to end on a positive note, which it did. So this was successful. So I'm happy. It was successful, and I will be able to build a relationship with my sister and make sure that, you know, pretty much she goes in the path that I'm going in, of forgiveness and understanding our past so that we can make a better future. And so people do things in their life that they feel like in the moment are the best for them. And that's totally your decision. Everybody has their own free will. And I'm at a place where I'm an adult, and these things just teach me what I don't want to do, or rather don't want to go through. I don't know what she was going through in that time, and I want to be open to that. But my openness doesn't go but so far. You know what I mean? But, you know, like she said, there's two sides to every story. I just know what was true based off what I observed. But other than that, I really hope this video helped somebody. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a real tearjerker, and I want to just say that a lot of things in this video was alleged. Okay, it's just to the best of my knowledge what I know. I hope it helped somebody. My name is Tarek Ali. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Logan, for being here for me, because I didn't know how it would go. And yeah.
I'm braced for my job, but you handed.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on my next video.